Bob Stefanowski was on the show. He's running for governor. I was really impressed with him.
Yeah, I did.
His wife's very cool.
Yep.
He's on the show now. And so are you scratching your head over this one?
Yeah, I mean, guys, this governor really has to go. This is the last straw. This guy's insane.
Now, I understand why the Democrats would do this. And I don't mean to insult people who are Democrats, but I'm talking about the politicians.
Yeah.
They like to spend. But why would any Republican get behind this? And were you surprised by that?
Well, when you got a Democratic governor, in fairness to the Republicans in the House and the Senate, we don't have a majority. They passed a budget that didn't have any of this nonsense for Hartford, and our wonderful governor vetoed it, and he sent it back to the legislature. So they've got the right idea, but when you got a bunch of Democratic politicians trying to save Luke Bronin's skin so he can be the next governor of the state, it's hard. But if we could get a majority in the House and the Senate, and get a governor in there who's actually, balanced a budget before we got a chance to turn it around, but not with these knuckleheads.
Yeah, how bad is that $500 million? What's that going to turn into? So now we've heard this before. Like every time they say it's going to be $500 million, it's way more.
Yeah.
But what will this turn into for us?
It'll be more. And you know who's making out here, guys? And I used to be CFO of UBS Investment Bank. The banks are the ones making out here because they don't expect to get their interest payments. You got an insolvent entity in Hartford. If you went to them and say to the banks and said, listen, we're not going to pay you 100% of your interest payments. We're only going to pay you 50%. They would come to the table. Instead, what do? We throw taxpayer money. It's like AJ buying a brand new car and not being able to make the car payments. Nobody expects he's going to make them, and at some point, they repossess the car.
It's happened.
It's time to repossess Hartford and put it through a process.
Huh.
So now there's oversight. So the state... The entity that can't run itself is now going to oversee Hartford.
It's crazy. They got another bunch of people watching the thing go down. And listen, we need a vibrant Hartford. We need a good city. But to the guy you just had on, the best way to do that is to face the hard decisions, to restructure the debt, to give people an equitable settlement on their pension plan, and to start over. All we're doing is we're delaying the problem. And Hartford thinks it's their money, it's our money. It's your money, it's taxpayer money, and we're using that to give it to banks and other people who really don't expect that they're ever going to get it. The happiest people over the weekend were probably the banks.
Yeah.
Can we just sell Hartford?
Yeah, right.
As is,
No,
How much would we get, though?
Give it, instead of Hartford, put some sponsor's name on it.
Yeah, like a .com. Sell it to Apple.
Well, we can privatize things. We could sell Bradley Airport. You could sell that, bring the private sector in, get it fixed up, get some investment dollars, get a nice return. That's what we have to start to do, is bring the private sector in to help solve some of these problems. These politicians in Hartford, they've proven for 8 years they can't figure it out. They have no idea where to go.
Yeah.
If I was CFO of UBS and this came to me, we had a phrase. It's called good money after bad. All we're doing with Hartford, and I want Hartford to survive, but until we come up with a restructuring plan that actually makes sense, we're throwing good taxpayer money after bad. We're throwing it right down the rat hole.
It's insane to me that it's not like the state is, living in the dough.
Right.
Like, is in great shape, fiscally sound.
We'll take care of it. Sure.
General Electric left because they sat down with Molloy's people and said, what are you going to do about all these unfunded pensions?
Right.
And they didn't like the answer they heard, so they hightailed it out.
They became going elsewhere,
So we're not in great shape, and we're going to bail out.
Right.
I don't know. I don't get it, Bob.
They went to Massachusetts.
It makes no sense whatsoever. The state just took on another $500 million of debt. They guaranteed it, and now that's going to hurt our state credit rating, which is going to raise our interest cost at the state level. It's a death spiral.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to get in here to turn it around.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
All right. I just want to say happy birthday to Pam. You guys are lucky to have her. I may take her when I'm governor. I may take her up there with me.
Hey.
Wow.
We're already in trouble.
Yeah, more of a mess in Hartford then.
Yeah, right?
It'll be a
Goodbye,
physical mess now.
Connecticut. You're
It'll be a
blowing
She knows
up.
how to balance her checkbook, I bet.
Yes, I can. Thanks
If
for
you
your
mean like
confidence.
balance it like Connecticut balances a budget, yes.